This isn't about yesterday. It's not about George Springer's grand slam or the 12-run headline. It's about the two men walking to the mound tonight. Will Warren versus Jose Barrios. Warren's numbers don't sell themselves, but his arsenal is maturing. 4-pitch mix, high strikeout ceiling, and a chase rate that's been rising since June. He's given up hits, yes, but his whip is tightening, and his K9 sits near elite territory for a number 4 starter. What matters most? He doesn't panic with men on base. Then there's Barrios, a home game surgeon when his command is on, backed by a defense that converts over 70% of balls in play into outs. He's giving up fewer home runs than expected this year, and his ERA has stabilized just above 3.20. His whip is slightly elevated, but that's deceptive. He works deep into counts, and then he ends them. This is a duel, not a firefight. The Yankees lead the league in slugging, but they're facing a control pitcher who keeps the ball on the ground. The Blue Jays are contact-heavy, but Warren's breaking stuff neutralizes lefties and minimizes barrels. Add in 2 bullpens with mid-season rhythm. New York's pen, top 6 in whip. Toronto's, middle tier, but not exploitable in a low-scoring script. What you saw yesterday was chaos. What you'll see tonight is compression. This isn't about revenge. It's about execution. Warren and Barrios won't dominate, but they will control pace, limit damage, and force hitters to earn every base. No mistakes, no margin. And today's AI pick is under 8.5 total runs. Will we cash or will we burn? Let's move to Game 2. Abaddon is watching the Reds and the Red Sox.
Nick Martinez doesn't come with headlines. No all-star tag, no hype, no myth. But he brings structure, whip at 130, ERA near 4.12, and behind him, a Reds bullpen with 53 holds and a top-tier defensive efficiency, second in baseball at converting balls in play into outs. Across the diamond stands Brayan Bello. He has the ERA edge, sure, but underneath that 3.41 line, a 1.44 whip, a walk rate that puts him in danger early, and a defense ranked 29th in fielding percentage. Bello gives up contact. The field behind him doesn't erase it. Martinez isn't dominant, but he knows his job. Limit barrels, get grounders, trust the system, and the system works. Cincinnati hits enough. They slug at 401, rank top 10 in runs, and quietly sit ahead of Boston in whip, ERA, and opponent batting average. The market opened with Reds as short favorites, and it's held. Even after Boston's offense surged earlier in the week, the books didn't flip the side. That's a signal. That's restraint. This isn't a hype spot. This is a correction waiting to happen. When the bullpen opens, advantage leans Cincinnati. When the ball's in play, it finds gloves in red. And when the line doesn't move, you listen. Because sometimes the pick isn't about form. It's about who leaks first. And today's AI pick is Cincinnati Reds ML 122. Will we cash or will we burn? Let's move to Game 3. Orioles versus Rangers. Malachi and Elvis are up.
Elvis, when did they start confusing dominance with distance? They see Eovaldi's ERA and forget what the number really says. 1.87. It's not a prophecy, it's a trap. Because low ERA doesn't mean blowout. It means pressure. It means survival. You watch him pitch, and yes, he controls the pace, keeps walks down, rarely gives a clean look. But where's the margin? This isn't a pitcher who wins by 5. It's a pitcher who holds the edge by thread, not fire. Now they look at Sugano and laugh. 7 runs last outing, 3 homers. They think collapse. But what they don't see is the road version. The 3.22 ERA. The 1.14 whip away from home. The calm that shows up when the lights dim and the noise fades. And that's what this game is. Noise versus math. Texas can't slug. They're bottom 5 in OPS, bottom 5 in home batting average. They hit like a team allergic to rallies. They rely on the guy on the mound. But the guy on the mound can't score for them. And Baltimore? They've covered this number against better teams. Quietly. 7 of their last 10 road dog spots. They survive. They don't need to win. They need to linger. Hang around. Breathe in the 7th. Exist in the 8th. Pressure the 9th. You're not picking glory here. You're picking proximity. A 1-run loss is a cover. A late solo shot is protection. The line is the shield. And tonight, it holds. Vegas knows it. You can see it in the number. They didn't price this as a blowout. They priced it as a coin toss with bias. Public money floods the Rangers. Sharp edge whispers Baltimore. Sugano won't dominate. He doesn't have to. Eovaldi might deal. But he doesn't hit. He doesn't field. And when he leaves, the Rangers bullpen, 5th in ERA or not, still has to face the frame. And when they do, the margin won't be wide enough to matter. And today's AI pick is Orioles + 1.5 run line. Will we cash or will we burn? Next game, Giants and Diamondbacks. Sapphira's turn. Let's see if beauty holds the line.
They say the Giants pitch better. They do. ERA doesn't lie. Whip doesn't bend. But that's not where this ends. Because when the rhythm breaks and control fades, it's not about numbers. It's about what's left when the count runs full and the bullpen gate swings open. Arizona doesn't win with elegance. They win with weight. 122 home runs, top 3 in slugging. When the ball moves, it leaves damage. And tonight, they don't need perfection. They need Merrill Kelly to do what he's always done here. Hold the line just long enough. He's been here before. 20 meetings, 8 wins. He knows the shape of Giants' bats, the arc of their silence. Yes, Roop has looked sharp. But 1.44 whip means traffic. And traffic in this park turns into fireworks. Arizona's .776 OPS isn't an accident. It's a warning. And the Giants? They haven't hit above .230 in weeks. This is not a game where domination wins. It's a game where mistakes echo. And Arizona is waiting to echo something loud. You want to trust bullpen metrics? Don't. You want to trust June's version of Roop? Not when the air is dry and the bats are this loud. You want to lean on the underdog because the ERA is cleaner? That's not how tonight works. Because this isn't about form. This is about gravity. About pressure. About the way the bat sounds when you know it's not coming back. And the line, soft, balanced, near even, isn't guessing. It's inviting. It's pulling money to the arm that walks more, hits less, and fades late. But the fire's not in the starter. It's in the third at bat. It's in the 7th inning. It's in the echo of what Merrill has done before, and what Roop hasn't yet survived. And tonight, the bats decide. And today's AI pick is Diamondbacks ML. Will we cash or will we burn? Next game, White Sox, Dodgers. Nadas doesn't warn, he just breaks. Send the stats and article. It's time.
The devil don't knock when he walks into Dodger Stadium. He strolls in wearing number 22. Clayton Kershaw. 4 starts, 4 wins, 4 earned runs. And tonight, he's staring down the White Sox like it's an old Western duel. You want to bet against the Dodgers with Kershaw on the mound? You better be holding something stronger than a bankroll. This game ain't about Chicago. Not really. The Sox are swinging a .222 team average, dead last in baseball. They rank 30th in OBP, 30th in SLG, 30th in batting average. That's not a lineup, that's a statistical obituary. Sean Burke takes the ball for the White Sox. He's been solid, sure, 2.32 ERA in interleague, but what happens when he's not pitching to the AL's bottom feeders? What happens when he's facing a team that leads the entire league in runs, hits, slugging, and OPS? The Dodgers don't just score, they unload. 5.61 runs per game, 133 homers. Their entire lineup is a minefield. You survive Mookie, you get Freeman. Survive Freeman, here comes Smith, Muncy, Hayward, and a dozen ways to die in LA. Now I'll give Burke his due. He beat the Diamondbacks last week. 5 innings, 2 unearned runs. But Arizona ain't Los Angeles, and beating the D-backs is like winning a bar fight in Reno. Cute, but don't get cocky. The books are scared of a blowout tonight. That's why they've got the Dodgers juiced at $2.95. But we don't pay up for favorites. We slice value off the run line. The Dodgers bullpen's shaky, you say? Sure, 5.20 ERA in the last 10 days. But the White Sox offense doesn't have the firepower to punish them. They're not a team built to come back. They're a team built to collapse. And today's AI pick is Dodgers, 1.5. Will we cash or will we burn? Next game, Lilith steps in for the recap. She saw everything. She remembers who got burned and she never forgets who bet blind. Let the reckoning begin.
Did you feel that? That wasn't thunder. That was Vegas flinching. 5 games, 5 edges, 5 cracks in the illusion. Let's go. Game 1, Yankees and Blue Jays. 2 solid arms, 1 total screaming for a correction. We took under 8.5 and dared the bats to beat math. Game 2, Reds at Fenway. Boston's bats flash, but Martinez is sharper than they know. We rolled with Cincinnati on the money line and let Abaddon steer the chaos. Game 3, Rangers hosted the Orioles. Eovaldi's numbers glittered, but we saw Sugano holding the line. This was about margin, not miracles. We took Baltimore by 1.5. Game 4, Giants versus Diamondbacks. 2 pitchers with matching scars, but the desert heats up in the late innings. We leaned into the Diamondbacks lineup and rode with Arizona ML. Game 5, White Sox and Dodgers. No contest. Kershaw doesn't pitch, he punishes. The Sox brought a knife to a gunfight. We took Dodgers 1.5 and grinned. Ahora en español. Juego 1. Yankees contra Blue Jays. Elegimos menos de 8.5 carreras. 2 lanzadores sólidos, una línea inflada. Juego 2. Rojos contra Red Sox. El valor estaba en Cincinnati y lo sabíamos. Juego 3. Rangers contra Orioles. Apoyamos a Baltimore plus 1.5, apostando por un juego cerrado. Juego 4. Gigantes contra Diamondbacks. Tomamos Arizona en la línea de dinero confiando en su ofensiva. Juego 5. White Sox contra Dodgers. Kershaw en casa. Dodgers 1.5. Fácil. Like and subscribe. Will we cash? Or will we burn? Wer zu spät kommt, den bestraft das Leben. He who comes too late is punished by life. Welcome to the ritual.